I'm checking Twitch. Come on, come on.
Yeah, Mark, I got it.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
Live. Here's
Yeah, Mark, I
the
got
moment of truth. Aha! It is in 1080. We did it.
OMG!
We did it, dude.
dude.
Wow. All right, dude.
All
You don't
right.
know how many little check boxes I have clicked
Yeah,
to
Mark, I got
change
it.
the setting.
Right.
Even YouTube's 1080. Wow. Somebody out there cares.
We
All
care.
right. They care, dude. All right.
Somebody
We
does.
ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, ready.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get started, peeps. If you're here in the Twitch stream and YouTube, you're early, or you made it. We're late. All right. And then
Yeah, that's
we
on us.
are going. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
And I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA. Well, you know, like we're
We're working out the kinks.
we're working out the kinks here because you know what? Today we have a guest. Today you're a guest. Today
My
you're
guest?
a guest. Yeah.
Hi. B. Oh.
Planting the seeds. Today you're a guest. E from Some Assembly Required is hanging out with us. What up, girl?
Welcome.
What's up, you guys? It's been like a literal long time since I've even heard your voices because, you know, the whirlwind of life. Did I
Yeah.
plan to ingest every single To Live and Talk in LA episode prior to this moment? Yeah. Did we have the time? You know, some assembly required.
Hey, that's
Right.
okay. We're glad that you're here with us. As you can see, you know, we're having a guest. We don't have very many guests. We cleaned up the place a little bit. You know, we hope you like it. Welcome. Yeah.
It's very clean in here.
Thank you. We tried.
Things have changed here, E. I've talked
What's
about it
going
in the last
on?
couple episodes. Like, we have transcribers for the podcast.
I actually caught on to this a little bit via social medias. I saw Vic posting a little something. What's going on with this transcription?
We are for
Go ahead.
We're
you
for
go.
everybody. We're for everybody. The podcast To Live and Talk in LA, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or however you get your podcasts, is for everybody, even the hearing impaired.
We're fully accessible. Yes.
Did you guys catch that? Yes, To Live and Talk in LA. What? I know some
Wow.
sign language out here.
Somebody
Did the
clip that.
transcribers get that? You guys.
I don't know if the transcribers are looking for this, but they should. We need to have a sign section as well because that was pretty cool. That went right over my eyes, but I believe you when you say
It's
that's what it meant.
Live and
Oh,
talk.
stop. One second. We're gonna need this because your boy forgot something.
Recording in
Oh.
progress.
Wouldn't be an episode if not for that. That's how we
Starting
know it's go time.
over.
Rewind. All right, so hit us.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Live and Talk in LA. I'm your guest, Evelyn. These are your hosts. Hit it.
Oh, there he goes. No, well, yeah, that was the recording. I wanted you to do the ASL for the people.
Oh, my bad. For the people, welcome. That's another one. Welcome to Live and Talk in LA.
How
There it is.
fluent are you in ASL?
More fluent than I think, but less fluent than you think.
Well, you just put that out on the spot. That was
What do
pretty
I
impressive.
what do I really know? This is I love that we're starting here. You guys, my education in ASL comes from television, as most of my education comes. Switched at Birth was this crazy ABC family television show that had a family that had switched people, one of them that signed and was deaf, and the other one that didn't. And then I learned, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Then I was like, American Sign Language sounds like a language that Americans should know. And I think I'm an American. I was like, should I maybe know that, like for the fellow people? And I learned things like talk, or where do you live, right? Or how do I find the bathroom? Like those kinds of things started coming around. So to live and talk in LA is pretty straightforward.
I'm just gonna start throwing around
LA.
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 That's easy.
LA.
Mhm. That's just
Wow.
regular sign-in.
Well, if you're late to the To Live and Talk in LA game, Evelyn, has her own podcast, Some Assembly Required, and she's hung out a bunch of times in the show and the old show, and we thought we'd have her back, and it's been such a long time, and like like so again, so much has happened. I don't know, like today, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I don't know, feel like I've talked about this forever now. The cast came off today.
Wow, congrats, dude.
Oh.
How does it feel?
The cast came off. I'm in a giant boot, so I'm not really out of the clear yet. I have 3 weeks of a boot, a giant boot I'm wearing right now, and uh, it was a very movie-like moment for me when I was sitting in the doctor's office in the lobby, and I sat next to like this old dude who's seen it all, and he asked me, "What are you in here for?" And I said, "I surgery after I ruptured my Achilles," and he said, "You might as well have broken your leg. That would have been much better than this." And I said, "Fuck, you're right, dude. I know."
Wow.
like, he knew. He was like a Navy veteran. He had bullet wounds in his knees because he's seen things. He's like he was 86 years old, and like this dude's seen a lot. And for him to tell me you might as well got broke your knee, your leg, it gives me solace in knowing that I have something that's very traumatic happen.
It's
And
almost like a tear is worse than a break.
it
That's what he was
is.
implying, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
almost
Yeah.
as if.
with a broken bone, it'll heal and it'll come back stronger. With this one, I don't know where I'm going to be at. There was never any. You'll be back to where you were uh, after the surgery. If I
Hmm.
don't get the surgery, I might as well hang up being an athlete. Which, by the way, my NBA tryouts are going to be on hold for the season because of
On hold,
this
but not
injury.
over with.
No,
Still,
like
still in the air.
a 37-year-old rookie, because I'll be 37 by the time I can try out. It is still something that could be seen. Are the odds against me? Sure, but you can never say it'll be 0%.
Yeah.
You never know.
You're saying there's a chance. That was Mark's line at the hospital. So you're saying there's a chance, and maybe there is.
I don't
It's all
know.
about mindset, dude.
I'm,
I just want to know, what did you see when you unveiled that moment? Like the
Yeah.
cast finally came off. It's been so long. How long exactly?
tomorrow would have been 2 weeks exactly. I
So
had the surgery on the 13th.
just under 2 weeks. What was that sight?
What
It
was
was
your
just
senses in that moment? Kind of
it.
sights and smells.
Ooh, yeah, the smell. That's important.
No smells, at least from what I could tell.
Hmm.
And but
That's
I
good.
could feel all the cool air hitting the leg. It was like a blanket of cool air on the leg because it was able to breathe for the first time in again almost 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
it was there's a little bit of discoloration. I don't know. My foot was like a little orange. I guess it might be from the dye or something or whatever they put in there,
Huh? I didn't
Hmm.
know they
or
put
they
dye
put me in
there.
some
Yeah,
foot fetish thing and they had to like rub marmalade on my foot and I could be like somewhere
Yeah,
only
weird
thing.
surgeon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
You know,
knows?
I could be that. My favorite
Okay.
thing, my favorite thing though was the Guatemalan was in the room with me, with
Did
the
she
person.
smell something?
She didn't say anything, and she's
We're
very
getting to the bottom
vocal.
of the smell.
Yeah, she's
I
You
need
like,
I
might
need to know.
say who else was there?
but like, it was the look on her face. Like she was sitting down, and as the cast was coming off, she just got up and started, like 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 a cat, just like trying to see. And I was like, "What do you want to see?" And I was like, "Are you curious?" She's like, "Yeah, absolutely, I am." And I could see the stitching in the back because they went through the back of my ankle for the insertion.
I
I
think
don't know,
you're right the first
transcribers.
time.
What is it going to be? Incision,
No, no, yeah, incision. Yeah, that's what.
insertion.
I have a dumb question.
Insertion is the inside part.
Yeah.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
Do they cut it off with a saw or with like scissors?
Scissors.
That's
Scissors.
kind of boring. I always imagined it like a saw, but then I was just thinking, God, that sounds kind of dangerous. They could cut you even worse.
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping for.
Yeah, something cool.
A saw, but it wasn't like a traditional cast where like everyone signs their name on it. You know, like
Mm.
it was a semi hard shell. I guess it was like a plaster or something that got kind of hard at the bottom. That's what she said. And then at the
Autumn.
yeah, I don't know. You know, It's
Okay, I'll give it a pass.
Just roll with it.
just roll with it, you know. And then they put a wrap over it, like 2 wraps over, and that's what it was. They unwrapped it and they cut it open. But like I wanted the saw, and I always think about this is the saw, like when it detects skin, it just stops. I thought they would have that.
Yeah.
Is it a thing?
I
Yeah.
think those are just for like woodworkers and stuff.
It's Home Depot.
Yeah.
And
Because you catch one of your fingers. They'll do it with sausages. They test it. And it actually is very fast. It's pretty cool.
carrots, yeah.
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 Yeah, carrots. Finger-like foods.
Does it have to be shaped like a finger?
I think that's the best demonstration. Yeah. It's like,
I
Well,
don't
I
know the
mean-
exact science, you guys.
and you know what? They don't use like cucumbers or zucchinis or anything because those are
They
too
don't,
like green.
but
and
they're
different.
phallic. They're phallic.
They are
That's
phallic, but they're not the right color, the right like vibe. It's got to be a
Is that-
carrot.
Is orange the orange could be the right color, I guess. right?
Yeah, or a wiener,
Yeah.
Yeah, or Trump's wiener.
Oh,
even better.
I mean, so we can get Stormy Daniels as our next guest, and we'll see if that is a thing.
her on.
Let's put it up to a test.
She's doing
Boy,
media
it-
stuff, dude. She's down.
Didn't
You guys,
they
I didn't
do-
know what that name was. Let's
Oh.
a storm. You might have to brief the common folk.
She's
That's Victor, go.
she's a porn star that he had relations with and paid her.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you for the
In the
masses.
process, committing campaign finance fraud. But
Yeah.
you know, who's to say? Anyways,
All up for
Didn't
federal
they-
judgment.
Didn't they make her like identify it?
I-
Stop. Did they
I
really?
don't know how that works. Like I've heard, this is not the first instance I've heard of them having to identify penises in court. You know, they talked about that
Is
with Michael
that even,
Jackson
like,
too.
allowed?
I don't know
What?
who's the judge of it.
I
Did
don't
the
they-
judge see the wiener and then they talk about it?
And
The
the judge
lawyers?
goes, "Yep."
Who's the tester? You know,
I don't. That's out of my pay grade, man.
Well, and for someone like Stormy Daniels, who was an adult actress, you've kind of seen your share, right?
Yeah.
So, like, is it even more? It's interesting, and it's oddly insulting that you can stand out because, like, you're not gonna win the girth or the size battle. Like, no one ever said like, oh, he had the biggest one. They was like, can you pick out these characteristics of it?
yeah.
So like, I
You
don't
ever
know,
want to
man.
start a conversation about giving men a complex? That might be where you start.
Yeah. Just have someone open-ended question describe this thing. and
What
just see
is
you
a
get.
right penis? I don't know.
I don't like. I mean, I'll get back to you on that. Once I heal, I'll get back to you.
Can I give you guys a one up? Have you ever heard of a penis plant?
A penis plant?
It's like a cactus. Penis cactus. Have you guys heard of this? I literally learned about this today.
No.
Google it.
Does it look
Penis
like a
cactus. It looks exactly like what you expect. And I imagine did not stand up to the
Wow.
orange testament for our good old DD.
How funny. This would also be a good tester for those saws, those automated saws, because this thing is pretty convincing.
Facts.
Why would
Run
you
the,
buy these?
the cactus through the saw.
It's. I mean, it's up there with the bachelor. Victor, this is your bachelorette party gift.
That's
Yes.
actually pretty fun.
That's
Yes.
like-
True.
because everyone gets
yes, yes.
everyone gets a penis cake. Everyone gets a penis lollipop. No one is giving a penis plant until today, which we heard first here from Eve.
And they
from
get
Summer
to
Subject
keep
Board.
it. Thank
Forever.
you.
And it just
Ease.
grows and grows.
Penis cactus.
Where do I get this? Like, what do they call that? Taco Bell A, or what is that store called?
I don't know.
Isn't there one that's called something like that? They have one on Ventura. I'll have to go see. Because this is
No,
like
I
a
mean-
sex object.
And it's a cactus.
It's dual purpose.
We'll see. We'll see if they have
For
these
my
at Lowe's.
BDSM folk.
It's a prick.
Whoa.
Oh, you can
Full
prick yourself
circle.
on that. Hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's just to show you the show prep we do here, which is absolutely nothing aside from the pre-show chant we do. Like there is pretty much none.
You know what I was surprised to find out this week, you guys?
What?
I was talking to my girlfriend was on the phone with one of her family members, and he says, "Hey Vic, hey, what's up? How you doing? Whatever. I'm doing well. We're chatting." And then he says, "Hey, by the way, congrats, happy National Podcast Day." And I was like, "What?" He says, "Yeah, you know." And he knew about this, and he doesn't even have a podcast. Did you guys know that this passed? And what should we do to celebrate next week since we missed it this time?
Wait, so is today?
When was this day?
No,
Yeah.
this is a belated celebration. It was the 30th.
Oh,
It
we were waiting
well,
for today because
really prep for
today is
it.
our day.
I put a note for it
Oh.
and then I forgot. So here we are.
Dude, we missed it.
But it's okay. I think we can still like bounce off of it, you know? There's still some buzz.
Well, like, aren't you guys both somebody's son? Wasn't like National Sons Day this weekend or something? Is that something you guys knew about?
I didn't know. That's the thing. We've talked about this before too. Is there's so many of these random holidays.
Yeah.
National
knows what
days.
any of
I'm
them
just
are.
like, who's advocating for that?
Okay, well here's the fun thing. All right, now that we have a girl in the room, National Girlfriend Day. Do
Yeah.
you get upset because you're spoken for in that sense? Do you get upset if your boyfriend, did not post E as National Girlfriend Day on social media?
This is some of the realest shit you guys have ever brought to me. I'm so glad we're hitting this topic.
Let's do it
Yeah,
right
is it
now.
important?
Year
Tell
one,
us.
I'm gonna break it down. Year one, it's important. Year one, you're like, dude, this is the first time around the river bend. Like, I'm here now. The ladies need to know that are all trying to get in this business. Like, first one counts. After the first one, I don't care.
You're
I'm like,
free.
yeah, you guys know. Like, yeah, I'm not posting every National Boyfriend's Day. Like, sometimes you get a birthday post out of me and sometimes you don't, like you got to change it up. You got to keep it spicy. But the first one matters because if they're not willing to claim you publicly, I think that's a deal breaker.
Wait. National Boyfriend Day is tomorrow.
Oh my God. Yeah, I
No
wouldn't
shit.
even have done that. Like if you hadn't told me, I'm sorry. He's here probably now.
I
Hi.
didn't know that. I looked it up because I thought I didn't even know there was a National Girlfriend Day, and I've never.
Wait, now
posted.
are you gonna be mad if you don't get
Fuck
posted
yeah, I'm gonna
tomorrow?
be mad because now it's out there. I'm saying it out loud. Tomorrow is National Boyfriend Day. So now the
Yeah.
whole house knows. The cats know. My girl knows. She lives here. She heard me.
Mark doesn't even count anymore.
Yeah,
I don't-
Rest
I
in
don't-
peace. What
Yeah.
was the consensus previously? What were the ladies saying? Do we know what they were saying?
Victor, how does your girl take to this?
My girl likes when I post things, and I'm very not social media. She's not gonna get a post because my page doesn't have any posts. But a story is, advisable.
The equivalent, yeah.
I didn't know that National Girlfriend Day was a thing, though, to be honest. So I just make up for it in other ways. If we go on vacation, I'll post a whole bunch of pictures with like some nice caption. Something that really showing it off. That I'm proud of.
You know what
proud of
we
her.
should do?
That's the way to do
because,
it.
like, I never know about these days until someone talks about it. And if someone were to say, "Hey, tomorrow is World Snuff Porn Day," I wouldn't go and Google check it or fact check it like JD Vance. They would say, "Hey, what's going on here?" What I would say is, "Cool."
He wouldn't either, to be clear.
Yeah, it would be cool.
He's not into that.
Exactly. So, what we should do in 2 days from now, because today is on Wednesday, which you can find us on Twitch and YouTube, typically at 7:30, but today it's at 7 o'clock. What you do, Victor, is you post Happy National Girlfriend Day on Friday and start a fire and see if people start doing it. Because then, like, people will start scrambling.
Oh
And
yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
the real catalyst, as somebody who may or may not have been a girlfriend on a National Girlfriend Day and didn't get mentioned, was that you see you see everybody else getting their national, and you're like, "Ah, like I didn't need to be in there, but now all of a sudden I'm not in there."
Yeah.
Like and I know that he's on Instagram and he's seeing all these girlfriends. Like that's what actually happened. So that's where I go, like, year one, essential. And year after that, it's kind of like, what's your relationship like with your gal? Because
Mhm.
it'd gaff, but your girl might gaff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not every year, but we're figuring it out. And you know what? Sometimes you think you know and you don't know, and you get in trouble because you thought you knew and you weren't supposed to post anything, but actually you were. So stay on your toes, guys. That's all. You just got to check in every once in a while.
Do you know what I do now? I go, hey, tomorrow's National Girlfriend Day, and then I wait and the plot ensues.
That's nice. You see him like he's like, oh, okay, you're going to bed. I'm just gonna run out real quick to 7-Eleven. You know he's trying to buy a gift, dude. He's busting out. in
Yeah,
the middle
and
of
if
the
he
night.
doesn't, extra. I'm getting like a week of rewards, like
Wow.
double win.
It's not fair. But you know what? It is what it is. You got to plan for this stuff.
So we've come to a consensus. The first one that you spend together is the day.
I think so, yeah. I think blanket statement. You gotta claim him once, claim him at the
Mhm.
beginning, claim him early. He's on your territory, if you want to call it that, my dudes. Or just claim what's right.
Yeah. See,
Well, there we have it.
now that we have a female on the show, we're learning things. We're learned about that.
Learned. We did it.
Hmm. Can I talk to you about like something that happened to me today, and I don't know how to take it, and it's a
Of course.
Starbucks order.
Hmm?
So, like I did a
Did you say a
drive-through.
Starbucks order?
It's a
He's
Starbucks order.
affected.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm tuned in. Continue.
Tuned in. And it's it's one of the regular places I go to. Like so it's like Cheers, and I'm like Norm, where everybody knows your name, and they like, hey, what's up, man? Like,
Mark loves being a regular.
what's poppin',
loves
dude?
it.
Hey, yeah,
Same. You're gonna
they
learn so
give
much about me.
Yeah.
they give you the stuff, they take care of you, and like they'll always prioritize you, which is nice.
That's
And
right.
then,
So right.
but because I'm in GIMP mode, the Travis
Did you get
Scott
extra
remix.
care?
Well, I'm in the car, so I don't know if they saw me today.
Oh shit. Okay.
Some of them
yeah.
saw me before when I was wheelchaired in. That's beside the point. But what happened was I was talking to the guy, and I know him, and like I was like, "What's up, my dude?" And he is not black, okay, unless he's like light skinned Dominican. I swear to God, when I was leaving, he was like, "All right, see ya, my." And in my head, I'm like, "What else could he have said that would have been like that word?"
There is no other, dude.
No.
That
You heard
you're
correctly. You
in.
heard what you think.
I
Wait.
mean, like
He was light skinned. You say he wasn't. You don't think he was?
he unless he has like I don't know, it's not alopecia, but it's like that
You would
skin
know if he had
like,
that.
yeah, if he had
Vitiligo.
that. Yeah, vitiligo.
Vitiglio?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Transcribers go
Hey,
to
you might be right.
Vidiaglo.
I've only
Vitiligo.
heard that on cartoons and TV shows and stuff. I've actually never looked it up, so I don't know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Google it.
I think it might be Vitiglio, but I could totally be wrong.
I could have sworn he said that word, and I was like, and the reason why I thought that, and I didn't even say anything, I was like, it's probably in my head. The Guatemalan was in the car, and then she said, "Did he say that word?" And I was like, I don't know, because like, what could he have said that would have been another very Christopher Walken? What could he have said? Like, what would he have said if like
What could he have
it
said?
wasn't that word?
He's at work though. That's a risky one to throw out there at work.
That it. And
What
like,
neighborhood were you in?
was this a drive-through?
I'm in G Block, bro.
Nah, you can't do that in G Block, dude. You can't do that.
The streets been rough, man.
He must be real. There's no way.
I don't know, but like, what could he have like? At some point, I will have to say, I'm like, hey, remember October 2nd on National Taco Day? 'Cause today's National Taco Day. Do you remember when you said later to me or see ya? Like, what did you say? And then we can ask him.
You have to just keep
'Cause-
going back to this place and
Mhm.
seeing if he says it again.
I like that. Trial and error. You have to take multiple pieces of data. Will he do it again?
Because if you ask him, you're gonna startle him. But if you just like, hey, what's up?
You
Hey,
gotta,
what's up,
you
bro?
gotta fuck around and find out.
Yeah, you have to be cool about it too, and be extra chill,
Yeah.
and see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Use more street
Yeah.
language stuff. I don't know, whatever you got, dude. You gotta dig deep.
I gotta like sound cooler than I am, right?
Wear like
Yeah.
a sports
Mhm.
jersey or something.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love basketball. I love playing basketball is because from time to time you will play with someone who happens to be black, and if you do a really cool thing on the court, they'll sometimes say it, and my chest puffs up, and I get a little bit too messant, and it just moves a
Respect,
little
dude.
bit, and I'm like,
Respect.
Feels
yeah,
good.
I get choked up inside, man. I was like I'm getting a little emotional
Yeah.
thinking about it because it makes me feel like a type of way. But like today, I wasn't really sure because I don't think he's black, unless he had the Michael Jackson thing. Michael Jackson turned pretty white. I don't know what that was.
You know what,
Yeah, he's a
though?
kind of an outlier though.
The hood does have its ways with the populace of the hood where they are a little blind sometimes. And I say that as somebody who was grown and raised in the hoods of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
When
Wow.
you're in it, you think you're one of the folks, right? And then you realize, oh no, your skin tone matters when you say certain things, right? At a certain age. And you're like, you may or may not be a white passing looking female in the neighborhood and be like, maybe that's not right. And some people shouldn't say that. Or you may be somebody that works at that establishment who never had that realization. So I think that's it's a possibility out there, you know?
Must
So
be
he might
explored. Yes, go on.
Yeah, we have to find more. We have to discover more data.
Yeah. Did you do a real cool thing when you injured yourself?
I love that question. That made me laugh.
Yeah, tell
Yeah,
us more,
what
Mark.
was the feedback?
Oh, I think I told this last week, or when I had the story, which was, I had the ball, I pivoted,
Okay.
I had my foot planted, and I dribbled and I pushed off my left leg, and that's when I heard the pop,
Hmm.
and that's when I felt the kick, and I was freaking out. And I, like, in honesty, I was like freaking out because I had the bachelor's party coming up. I have a lot of things happen in my life. I was like, dude, I'm going to freak out and cry or something. And because there were many black people there, I was like, I gotta get together, dude.
Gotta be a
I was
warrior,
like,
dude.
I was like, I had to like put my face down and be like, I am not going to cry. I am not going to
So
cry
what
here.
was the actual reply? What did you do?
It was quiet. It was like I was just
Quiet suffering.
it was quiet. Like, and people like,
The
I
court
mean,
went
people kind of
silent.
assume the worst, and like, no one like wants that to happen, especially like when you're playing, and it's such a bummer. And so it was kind of like, are you okay? Can you put weight on it? Can you tighten your shoe? Can you do this? So they're very caring. They
Oh,
they
that's
they,
actually sweet.
they didn't say like, hey, feel better, my. And I was like, all right, because I probably would have healed instantly if they said that. But
Or if they
that didn't.
clapped.
Yeah.
When you walk off the court and people start clapping, that's real high class shit, dude.
It was a slow clap too, let's be clear.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
built up to the right moment.
same thing happened to Kobe at 35, and he shot free throws. I should have been like, let me shoot free throws just to like
I want to
be like this,
contribute.
and I would have done my fucking Facebook rant like a boomer, like Kobe did when he tore his Achilles. Like, just go in there and talk about how he's old.
Is this the worst injury you've ever sustained?
It is, yeah.
Whoa, that's kind of a big deal.
It like the in the chat I see a yo, so I don't know. That's,
OMFG, I'm Maggle.
yeah,
Maggle, welcome.
yeah. Welcome, dude. Yo.
Yo back.
I ha-
Yo yo.
I don't like. What is the most severe injury you've had? Before this, it was like I had a severely sprained ankle and I couldn't drive. That was like the most I've ever had to deal with.
What about you, Vic? I have one in my pocket, but I think mine might take the cake. What do you have?
I've like just I haven't really been very severely injured. Like I've had like a heart defect, but I was kind of made with that. That doesn't really count. I don't think it's like an injury, right? Like I was
Maybe she's
produced
born with
that.
it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Got it.
So I was born with some issues, but pretty good after that. I mean, I've like, twisted my ankles pretty bad. That's
Okay,
about it.
I think I have you both. I did the good old Insanity. Y'all heard about my guy, Shanti?
The workout routine?
Yep. You know,
Shanti or
P90X, like
Yeah.
Insanity. That okay, I was in college. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm a freshman. Fuck the freshman 15." And then I did one jump squat, which is what he called it, which is like imagine a squat, but like you lift your legs and you jump instead of bringing your body down, like you're going up in the air. And then I landed, and that was enough. That was that was it. I landed, and I literally was like, I broke my leg. I was crying. I was like, do I need an ambulance? I've never broken anything or like fractured. I was like, what's happening? Take me to the ER, bill me for a bunch of stuff. And it was literally just like, I think you pulled a muscle. And they never told me what happened. And still to this day, when it gets cold, my left leg gets weird in between my knee and my ankle. And I go like, what? It's that thing
There's
that
something
happened to
loose in
me.
there.
Yeah, and it's all literally and figuratively insanity.
Wow.
well, that's kind of interesting. Like, so you pulled the muscle,
Yep.
and
Assuming, presumably,
and
allegedly.
And you went. I'm assuming you went to the ER.
Yeah. Pennsylvania.
And you've never gone back to like get an MRI or anything because in the ER you don't get an MRI. You get an X-ray
No.
and that's it.
Yep. And they're like, your bone is not broken. And I was like, sounds like I will heal organically if I give it time. And that's
Doctor's
exactly
like,
what
yeah,
I
let's
did
go
on
with
a
that
budget.
for sure.
Yeah. They were like, sure, let's put you in this brace that went from literally my hip to my ankle. And this was in the middle of the snowy winters of Pennsylvania. So I was walking 120 stairs in icy snow on a hip to ankle brace.
Damn.
Yeah. Didn't I say I was going to win on accident? I think I might have said
Accident,
that.
yeah.
Wait, I got a really big concussion one time too, but I always forget about it. 'Cause-
Dude,
Ser-
if that
truly.
not the win that you forget after the
Dude.
concussion, you take the cake. My guy.
Concussions are
You
weird
take the
because
cake.
you don't remember the entire time that you're like injured and fucked up. So it's like by the time you like get your wits back about you, there was like a whole week where you were stumbling around confused. You know, I don't remember any of that, but I did have a concussion. It's foggy. I'd say we're even. That was a pretty insane
Yeah.
story. That just came to. I
Both
just
on
remembered right
accident.
now. Yeah.
Both insane.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, dude, you got a concussion, you got a sprained hip, and I've ruptured my Achilles. Welcome
And we're
to
gonna
30.
keep living full lives,
Yeah.
you guys. It's okay. It's not over for
And
us.
talking about it in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't like. I mean, that's good. I mean, in the chat, like, if we want to talk about your worst injury, we'll take it. I would think we did this topic one time, and then one of the listeners broke both his legs and his arms in a car crash, and like he was on the verge of death.
It went.
So like,
That's not what we mean, you
like,
guys.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
that was the winner. Like,
100%. Yeah.
yeah, like he could have died on the operating and say, well, but he lived to chat with us on Twitch and tell us.
That person lives for these questions to come up though. Like they're just hoping that like at a work icebreaker, they're like, "Hey, what's your like worst injury?" Then he can tell his crazy story and like, "Oh fuck yes, now is my
That's
time."
The fun fact. The fun fact. What's
Yeah.
your fun fact?
What's
I
your
broke my
fun-
I
legs.
almost died.
What's
So fun.
It always ups the. What's your fun fact? Well, I'm kind of a chocoholic, and then just sometimes I'll have 2 pieces of chocolate before bed, and that's my fun fact, my guilty pleasure.
Next.
like-
Oops,
I
I
always,
broke
like-
my legs.
I don't like. I always appreciate a good original, fun, like like those like fun fact questions because sometimes it's just like, what are we supposed to do with this question? And like at some point you're just like, all right, dude, like we gotta kind of just bail you out and make you feel like this wasn't a bad question because you know what happened was leading up to that day at work. You're driving into work. You're like, I have to come up with something. I have
Dreading
to start
it
off
for
Yeah,
days.
this
100%.
this meeting will not happen correctly. This will all go off the rails if I do not have the right question to start the meeting. Which is what is your guilty pleasure?
You can't just come up with something lame. That was why it has to be cool. People have to laugh or
Yeah.
like get
No,
something.
stop.
From an
Can I
answer.
tell you guys one that I liked?
Yeah.
And that I think nobody else liked that ChatGPT recommended to me. What's your favorite room in a house?
Ooh.
And then I gave a field of 4. And I said, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, or living room. You think it's mundane, but then you're like, which one is it? Do I like my bathroom more than my kitchen? I spend more time in my kitchen, but I
Well,
need what's in my
I
bathroom.
don't like the bathroom. I'll put that first. I don't like the bathroom.
You don't like the bathroom in general, or you don't
No.
like your bathroom?
I don't really like bathrooms. Like even nice bathrooms. It's just a functional space for
Yeah,
me.
that's a
I'm not chilling
hot
here.
take. That's a hot
Who
take.
else cares about a bathroom, dude? You know what
It
I want?
actually
Like a loft room. Those are cool. Rooms that look down on other rooms. That's the best, dude. But you can't get it.
Well, that is a hot take because ironically, you spend most of your time like you don't spend most of your time in the bathroom, but you spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
I do spend a lot of time in the bathroom, and I take long showers too. Actually, maybe I should.
And you don't
reconsider.
like it?
I love showering, dude. I love long showers, and it's funny because like I've always liked long showers, and taking long showers used to be kind of scandalous as a younger man. People always think you're up to something.
absolutely.
They think
It's
you're doing some
weird.
fucking weird thing in the bathroom. I just like long showers, dude.
Are you
Sorry.
Hispanic, correct?
Yes.
Also, that's for Hispanic people. They're like, do they want to be alone for so long?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on in there?
I just like feeling warm water down my body and just relaxing in the steam. Like I
But
feel
you're
I
not
breathe
picking
better.
the bathroom?
No, I don't know.
Damn.
Skip.
I'm in shock, Mark Lee.
I just wanted to
what's
get
the
it out
room
there
you're
that I like
picking?
showers. Yeah, Mark, go.
I think the favorite room is the living room.
Yes, that's a good answer.
Also
I
interesting.
think that has to be the place to be because in all case purposes, it's the living room. You should be there most of the time. You should be.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Do
why
you
would
know what the origin of a living room is?
No, why don't you tell me? You told us about cactus penises, and you might as well
I'm
hit us with
literally,
those.
Yeah.
I'm crushing this episode today. What's happening with a living room? The origin of a living room is actually because back in the day, folks had to have a funeral room to show the bodies of the folks that had passed. So they had a room for those that were not living, and they had to specify that there was another space in their home for the ones who were living. So that was the living room.
Funny they went with the living room instead of the dead room. You know, because you can have
I'm
a
like,
dead
is that
room.
still our fave? I think the living room would be my favorite of the two of those options.
I do love a good living room, and ever since I bought a new couch, I love my living room. I spend
But
a
a
lot of time in
kitchen?
there.
You guys aren't in the
My living
kitchen?
room's connected to my kitchen. That's why it's hard for me to think about this because
That's what the ladies for.
true. He
Mm,
never goes
very
to the kitchen.
interesting. As a lady who hates the kitchen, I disagree. But I do like what's contained in the refrigerator, which is typically food, hopefully prepared by somebody else.
I've been living in my kitchen today. I made chili today, you guys, at
Ooh.
home. And
With beans?
Yes, with beans. And I started in the morning, and I just go in there and I just stand next to it and I just like sniff around the pot.
How long does that take?
I did like 5 hours. Mine was in there. You're
Oh!
supposed to go longer, but I don't have time for that. I had to work this morning, so I only started at like 11 when I came back. But anyways, I've been in my kitchen just lingering around at my own chili. So I also spend time in there. It's a toughie.
Dude, 5 hours, huh?
That's a lot.
Suppose you 8 hours on low, 4 hours on high. So I did like 4 hours on high, and then I put it on low for a little bit, just a little chill.
I don't know, man. I always feel like anything that would take longer, like that amount of time, I will fuck up, and I will fuck up terribly.
This is the beauty of chili. I was talking to my girlfriend this morning, and I'm like, dude, you know what's great about this is I can just put any amount of anything in here, and it's gonna taste fine. Like I didn't even measure shit. I just was like feeling it out. I got all my seasonings, and I just took a sniff. I'm like, yep, seems good. Dumped it in there. I used an arbitrary amount of tomato paste, and it tastes great. Like you
I
cannot.
don't even know what's in
over-season
chili. What's in there? Meat,
ground
beans,
turkey,
tomato
beans,
paste?
tomatoes,
And cheese?
diced tomatoes, bunch of seasoning, 2 different kinds of beans. Give it a little variety. Anywho, you just throw all that shit in there and just let it go, and it turns out great, man. I'm telling you.
You can sleep and eat in the living room in the chat.
Yes.
Which is a question.
That's
Do you
true.
eat? Do you eat in your bedroom?
I don't like eating in bed.
I don't love it,
I
but
think
I
it's
do
wrong.
indulge in it because of the partner.
What do you eat in bed?
He will do it. Anything. He'll eat anything. There's like
Anything?
pizza, like
Whoa.
you know, the powder, the dough from the bottom of the pizza that gets on the box. It's in my sheets. And I'm like,
No.
why? Why? But for me, I will go, dude, this is a plate meal. Let me go force myself out of my blankets into the kitchen so that I don't dirty my
I
blankets.
think the only thing you can eat in bed is like ice cream in a bowl. It's very like isolated. Maybe cereal. I think things in a bowl is okay, but anything flaky, I'm not eating chips. Definitely not any chili.
Crackers, no go.
Yeah, it's got to be easy
Donuts, no
The
Like people
only-
eat breakfast in bed. I'm like, who are you? What do you want to eat? Pancakes and eggs?
What
and
about if you had
bacon?
that little tray?
That's fucking crazy, dude. I don't know who has that. I've never seen that. I don't even know if those are real.
Well,
I mean,
I
it
mean,
could be a cartoon thing.
You have that?
I have like 5.
What?
You better have that if you're fucking.
Because
dude eats
I
in
live with my
bed.
mother, you guys,
Oh.
and she loves those. So I just happen to have them in the house. And then I go, let me whip one out.
I'm flabbergasted right now. You have 5. How many beds are in your
Probably
house?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Beds?
Yeah.
You have more trays than beds. She's a
Well,
tray person.
That
But one of
that's
them is shared, mine and my partner.
Yeah.
So we get two and everybody else gets one.
Is that a double like those bikes that have him and hers? Or is it just
He's
one
also a cyclist and he would totally tandem bike.
tandem? Yeah, they probably have
He
tandem
would,
dinner
he
trays.
would do it. Oh my God. I don't have one of those. I'll be real.
Hey, put it on your Amazon
The
list.
the only time
Thanks,
I
guys.
find eating in the bedroom is fine is like if you not the thing that goes over the bed, it's its own standalone table, like the TV tray.
Yeah.
The one
is
that slides.
Yeah, like as long as like it's not in the bed and I'm sitting in a chair in the bedroom, that is fine. The Guatemalan eats in bed, like, and I, it's one of the many things in compromises where I said I'm going to just look the other way. You do.
I like
you.
that the three of us are on the same page, but probably all of our partners are like, fuck you, and they
Yeah.
just eat in the bed anyway. Is that
There's
how
I cast judgment from the other room. I'm like, oh, we're
Well,
gonna
I
go
go,
there?
no,
Okay.
it's the table today.
And the idea of breakfast in bed. I don't know about you guys, but the first thing I do or I try to do when I wake up is brush my teeth before I eat. The last thing I want to do is wake up with hot ass breath and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to pound a fruit salad and eggs Benedict. It just there's a little bit of a cool down I need from brushing my teeth to then eating breakfast because I'm not like also beelining for the kitchen after I brush my teeth pre-surgery, like pre-injury. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, brush my teeth, go to the gym, and then if I eat, it'd be after that. I'm already up. I'm not eating in bed before brushing my teeth. That's fucking disgusting.
I can't even like you're not even sitting upright. You can't eat food in a
Because
bed. Like
I've
how does it
learned
go
there,
down
there
your
are
body?
people. There are people that eat and then brush. Are you a brush and eat or eat and brush? Vic?
I brush and eat.
I'm a brush and eat. You know
Yeah,
what though?
I'm
I'm not
brush and
gonna
eat. I'm
lie.
brush and eat.
Sometimes I've gone the other way. I've crossed the path. I'll have a
Same,
cup of coffee
same.
sometimes without brushing.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care. But
Yeah, same. But I primarily am a brush and eat, and I didn't know that my mom wasn't eat and brush. You guys, how
oh
do I
my
miss
God.
that? I'm like almost she's an eat and brush, and I was like, "You're sick, dude." Like I saw on TikTok that that's wrong. Like you shouldn't even do that. And she's like, "I grew up on a ranch in the middle of Guatemala. I'm good. I'll do what I want."
I
And I
remember
was like,
sleeping over at my
"Respect."
cousin's house, and I was like going to brush my teeth, and she's like, "We haven't eaten yet," and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?
What's wrong
Get
with
me
you?
out of here!"
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I feel that.
does it? Am I the only one that has this fear of like the idea of laying down and eating that it won't go down correctly?
Yeah, it's gonna
No,
sit in
I-
your esophagus, dude.
Yeah, like if
Did we
if
not
were-
all have a friend in middle school who like died because they laid down too fast after they ate? Is that not a thing?
That'll get
like,
you.
I don't know. Like I feel like if I lay down in bed and you started feeding me something, if I'm just straight back, I don't know if the food would go down properly. Would
That's what I'm
it?
saying. How do you eat? Even if you put a couple pillows behind you and you kind of like stilt yourself up, like you're still not vertical like if you were in a chair.
I
I
feel like you have to be
Right.
up, straight up. But like the Romans would eat in reclined seats, like the ancient Romans. And I'm
Romans
like,
were so
yo, they were
cool.
just getting fed grapes like while laying down, and they were like, I'm good. I was not good. If I do that, I feel very sick.
I love being pampered, but I don't know if I need to be fed grapes.
What would you be
It's-
fed? A
it's nice
pizza
as it
instead?
seems. Yeah.
Like,
A little pizza
Cheese
moment?
pizza.
actually, I feel like the only time I'll okay this is when if I ever make it to like 87, I'm decrepit. Like
Facts.
I don't need anyone feeding me.
What if
I'm
it was
always-
just bacon?
I'm
and
always
fries?
afraid people would like. I have a fear of being fed and like someone hits my teeth with the spoon.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you
like,
get
I
a
don't need that.
fear of like when you're 85 having somebody else cut your toenails?
Do I have a fear of that? I think at that point, like if
They
if
should
the
be afraid.
diabetes don't take my feet, then I guess that'd be scary.
I'm like a velociraptor. My nails like I can like they're my toenails are so like hard, dude. I feel bad whenever I got a footy. What do they call those? A petty? Yeah,
Pedicure.
petty. And I've got a petty.
Yeah,
what is a
footy?
Hey, you know what? I just invented it. Whenever I've got a petty, I always just feel so bad for this lady because I just feel like I have like dinosaur nails. Like I think I'm just built different, dude.
Dude, I know there's a job and like everyone has to do it. Like
People
I
shouldn't
don't
do that.
understand how people who do pedicures can fucking eat lunch that same day. It's
I won't
the,
go, you guys. I won't put my feet in front of them. I feel so terrible. I'm like, I'm good. I'll do it.
Yeah, I feel it bad. And they're like, it's fine. I've seen worse. And I'm like, I don't know
That's what
though.
they say
That
every time I go.
sucks.
They say
Dude,
that.
Yeah.
like like it's even when you're watching, like they'll start like like, they'll run that thing at the bottom of your foot, and all of a sudden all the flakes come off, and you're like, what? How do you operate? Like, what is going on, dude? How do you make this?
It sucks for them, but like at home, my girlfriend showed me she has this little thing that spins around, and it's got like little like sand. It's got like a sand, it's like a sander, and I was like just like just like using that on myself for fun and just chopping away. Couldn't feel a darn thing, but to have a little
gonna
old
pee.
Asian woman doing this thing, I cannot. So it's like just because this isn't the worst thing you've ever seen, does not mean that I feel any better about it. You know?
No,
That's not
because
a good answer. That's all I'm saying.
I think about people's day to day, and I think if you've seen worse, how do you come back to this job? Like, is this like some lucrative, like like
Well, every day
career?
after they just go, well, not as bad as yesterday, and
It's
they
just
just
yesterday.
keep going.
I want to be there the day that it's the worst to see how they cope. Do they just like get up and leave? Like, okay, that was actually the worst.
You know
I'm
what
fucking
they
done.
do? They talk
Are they-
shit.
Yeah,
They talk
true.
shit
They're just talking
100%.
about it the
They're
entire
like,
time.
can you look at the I can't the smell. They're probably talking about the smell. They
Yeah.
smell worse than Mark Lee's decrepit little leg.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for the like talk to translation stuff to work because I've seen it. My buddy's grandma, he got his mom, not his grandma, a phone that like translates and stuff like in real time. And I would love to like plug a headphone in and just go in and listen to these ladies just like roasting everybody. Me too. I would love for them to roast me and I can just laugh along with them. You know, I'm down.
Have you guys
One
seen
day.
this like very white guy that goes into like Thai places or like Vietnamese nail places and like he speaks all the languages and he just waits and then he like starts talking to them and they're all like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
would
guys
just
seen
watch
this?
that all day. That is
100%.
that is
Oh,
my
yeah.
algorithm.
Oh yeah, same. We're on the same algorithm. Yeah.
In the chat, someone gags during petties. Feels so messed up.
Yeah, I honestly respect that they don't gag. I have yet to see somebody gag while being on the like petty side of it, you know?
It's tough,
It-
dude.
When I
Couldn't
heal
do it.
up, we're all going.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that would be fun.
Team Petties.
I got a pedicure with my cousins one time after a breakup, and we all went. And we were just chilling, getting pampered, and it felt pretty good in that moment. But because I wasn't thinking about these ladies, that was all me that day, you know, and it was really nice.
Excellent.
It
After
just
we go,
depends.
we're gonna be like, now tell us who was the worst and best pedicure, and go.
Yeah, we could do whose feet are the worst,
Yeah.
and they have to buy lunch.
Like,
Oh, that's a nice compromise. Yeah.
what do you
Or
do
the
when-
other two, maybe for the person with the worst one.
True.
when you get a pedicure and a manicure? Do you even try to make conversation, or do you just like watch whatever's on TV, like Kelly and Mark or something? Do you try to just pretend that nothing's going on and you're just chilling?
I just watch them, and I try to just like run interference for how bad it is. So I'm like, hey, you know, throwing jokes, or it's not that bad, or like just awkwardly laughing, and they know that I feel that way. It's terrible, actually. That's why I don't go a whole lot. It's not like talking to a barber where you can chit chat. It's like
I
this
I
person is
stopped
doing something
going. I
terrible.
don't go there anymore. But when I did, I get so nervous. I get social anxiety. I talk far too much to these people. I become their best friends. Like literally, this is not even a stretch. My nail tech left me to join the US Army and then dropped out of the US Army and didn't come back. And I was still talking to her.
It was
And I
all
was
just
just
an
like, yep.
excuse to move somewhere. So
She was like, fuck you and your ugly nails.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, please come back. You were the best I ever had. And she left me. But no, I get too much. Mark, what are you doing? Are you getting your mani pedis and talking to these
Right now,
peeps?
I'm just adjusting, and then the Vietnamese lady is just Parmesan cheese.
Do you go straight silent? You just
Yeah, I just sit there. I'm like, okay, and then I don't
you
know.
avoid
I just watch the
start
TV and
sweating.
I'm like, I watch. Come on, Dr. Oz, take me home here. Like, I'll just fucking start looking really hard at the TV. I, I will say, like being pampered too much. Like, I like being taken care of. That's nice. Like when I was at the Philippines, me and a Guatemalan got like each got a massage, and it was beyond the like just like a massage. It wasn't a couple's
Was
massage
it deep
necessarily, but
tissue?
we're in the same room. But
Okay,
like they
gotcha.
did the thing where like they massaged my feet and did these things. But what gives me
Kind
the
of
most
weird.
anxiety about it is like like the Enya that they play and that calm music. I don't the music actually freaks me out, and it takes me a minute to adjust because anything that calm, I actually get a little anxious inside. I
It's
like
kind of a
Hilarious.
natural.
I'd appreciate if you played like fucking P Diddy. Well, I mean not P Diddy, but
Can
like
we get some
like
T-Pain in here? I
yeah,
need good
T
vibes.
Pain, Taylor Swift, like like give me
The
something
teas
here.
only.
Yeah, but it's not like not fucking Enya, dude. Like that doesn't make me relax. Like
Do you think
it,
we made a mistake not getting a massage in New Orleans?
I
Listen to
couldn't get a
this.
massage.
When we were walking around New Orleans, there every other corner is a massage place, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
But was it like a happy ending?
I don't know. Nobody went in. We'll never know. It's New Orleans. Use the French Quarter. It could have been.
Yeah,
Not that I'm into
There's
that sort of
strong
thing.
peeps out there, though. Their will is strong, which means their physical bodies must also be strong. So massage is not too far of a reach.
no.
That's what I'm saying. I just think like we kept walking past them. I'm like, man, I have been walking around a lot. My feet kind of hurt, but I didn't want to be the first one to be like, hey guys, let's get massages. So we just carried on and just kept drinking, But it just was weird. I've never seen that many massage places next to one another. Like they were like
That's
competing.
suspicious.
They're on every
Well,
street.
when I was limping around, some ladies like, "You need a massage." I'm like, "Dude, if you give me a massage, I'll fucking like die."
Gonna
Like
break my-
literally, that would have
Yeah.
happened if she gave me a massage.
She said, "You need a massage." Wink, wink, nudge,
Yeah.
nudge.
I mean, do this, sell better. You know, let me know what this is about. Let's just cut the bullshit. Like I'm not a cop.
Tell me the truth. What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Third Eye
Best
Portal.
mas-
Best massages from a man. In the
Ooh,
chat, telling these hard truths. Third Eye Portal.
is that real? Does that stand based
Have I
on
t-
your guys' experience?
have I told you
Never
about
been
the
massaged
massage
by
I
a
got from a guy?
Tell us.
Tell me more.
Okay. I'm not some type of homophobe. This is always a good qualifier, right?
Nice
No.
preface.
Yeah, I know.
Not to be racist, but
No, but the Guatemalan had to do some like weeks of these like post surgery massages, and like I took her every week to go get them done.
Okay.
And I was hanging out. I'd go to a pizza place next door, and I just wait. And at some point, I was
preface.
chatting up with the front desk person or her massage therapist. I said, "You guys offer a relaxing massage? Like, okay, like you guys, can we do that?" And she says, "Oh, you have to schedule in advance because it's a small business, and not someone's not always on deck for it, so you have to make a reservation." And then I said, "Okay." And she said, "Do you prefer a guy or a girl?" And I said, "I prefer a girl. That's just me."
Wow.
And she
dude.
said, "Oh, right now the only person that offers these types of massages is a guy." And I said, "Okay, heard, chef. I'm good. Let's not even worry about it. Like, let's do it."
But
4
also,
months.
why offer?
Why offer?
Because he
Why
might
did
have been
she
into it, but
say,
he's
"Oh, do you
scared.
want a guy or a girl?" But the only person who does that is a guy?
Well, because
Yeah.
I guess she wanted to see if I would say okay, because you got to ask that question, right?
I guess. All right.
He
4
might have
months
been like, oh,
later-
anything's cool, but he
4
didn't.
months 4 months later, I said, okay, like, or whatever, fast forward a couple weeks or a couple months, I said, "Hey, that relaxing massage, is there only still a guy doing it?" And the girl says, "Oh, I think we can work something out." And I said, "Cool, let's reserve it for next week." And then next week I go, I take the Guatemalan, I see a dude sitting on a couch, and I've never seen a dude before. I'm like, oh, he's probably just, chilling, waiting for his girl to be picked up. And he says, "Hey, I'm so and so. I'm here to do your massage. I hope you're okay with that." And at that moment, I'm
dude.
like,
Oh shit, dude. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I was kind of like fucking like not okay with it because I specifically said I wanted a girl, and then the guy gave me the out, which is fucking bullshit because I can't just be like, "You know what, man, like I can't do it." Like it's like I felt
puts you
forced
in a
to say
position,
yes. You
yeah.
put me in a position where I have to say yes because the Guatemalan's gonna be here. You took time to
He
fucking
drove there.
ambush me.
She has
Yeah.
your back though. So did you do it?
I did it.
Was
I
it?
How
did
was
it.
it? Was it better?
It was not any worse or any better,
Hmm.
but like I just didn't need like there's a lot of things going into it, which is I had expectations. I had expectations of a baddie touching me.
Yeah. Well, there's
Instead,
always
this
that.
dude.
Is that not what you got? Was he not a baddie?
I mean, he was kind of a baddie, but that's besides the point. It was the point is he's a guy. I'm doing a lot of Christopher Walken today. I feel like in my
I'm
head.
like, you got to
hearing
be
that.
careful with the genie, though. You know, genie comes out and is very particular with what you ask. You want a good massage? They'll give you a good massage. Just, oh man.
Yeah.
But like the whole it just it felt weird. It's like when someone offers you food at their place, and it's like you have to say yes. You can't say no. That's fucking rude. And they made me be the rude person. They wanted me to be the rude person, say no, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it. And
You guys, my mom is yelling at me. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. Hang tight.
dude,
I'm
that's
here for your
badass.
massage story. It's okay.
Oh,
Oh wow, she's gone, dude. She. Well, hey man, this reminds me of the George Costanza massage experience. For any Seinfeldies out there.
I mean,
He's
that
a
was
guy.
it.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I mean, it was like a full body relaxing massage, so he was hitting all the spots.
Yeah. That ass muscle. The thighs.
He's like, oh, this part's tight, so you can only get one finger to go in.
Oh no. I need an adult.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Have you been massaged by a dude?
No. I don't really get a whole lot of massages. It's not that I've never been asked, "Hey, are you cool with a dude?" Because there's just always, it's always just worked out for me. To where I've never had to be that guy. But I can imagine being in that position. You're like, well, I'm not gonna I can't say no. Pretty much. It's tough.
Yeah,
dude.
like
Oh, hey,
they
welcome back.
Just a Hispanic household, you guys, where the moms panic before they need to. But I have
Yeah.
returned.
Hey, you're here. All good.
well, hey, did you hear about the guy who destroyed Taylor Swift's guitar?
I did.
No.
It was at a charity, and some dude spent $4,000 on a signed Taylor Swift guitar. And upon receiving the guitar, he breaks the guitar. How would you break a guitar, E?
I would totally just grab the neck and slam it like a rock
There's
star.
only one way to do it. That is
There's
the
only
correct
one way to
answer.
do it. Yeah, you slam it. You grab it from the neck and you
Like
slam
an
it like a
axe.
rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wield it like an axe.
Well, Taylor Swift, this guy bought it in an auction for charity under the pretenses that this was a guitar signed by Taylor Swift, and upon receiving, he destroyed it. It turns out Taylor Swift did not sign the guitar that the man spent $4,000 on to destroy. On September 26th, the Ellis County Wild Game Dinner in Waxahachie, Texas, held an auction event for charity. Per their website page, the Ellis County Wild Game Dinner describes itself as an organization committed to supporting agricultural and rural education to the youth of Ellis County. As part of their charity auction, the organization advertised on their Facebook page that they would be auctioning off a guitar autographed by country music star Taylor Swift. However, at the event, a man reported bid $4,000 in guitar only to plow through it with a hammer immediately after winning it.
A hammer?
It's so lame.
Yeah, so there's a video.
Not
of him
even
going-
like a larger weapon?
He took a hammer to the fucking guitar like a fucking loser, dude. And turns out the plot
There's
is now
no
thickened.
respect.
No, the plot is now thickened. However, as a source close to Swift's merchandise company confirmed to HuffPost that the guitar was not signed by the singer and that it was not a certified official guitar used by her. So a dude spent $4,000 to break a guitar and did it in the lamest possible fashion.
I'm watching the video now.
hammer?
It is pretty lame.
Like not even like one of those really large what mallets? Not even a mallet? A hammer?
No.
Like a
Sledge-
hand hammer? Like a regular
It was like a small, I would even call it a small hammer. The hammer in my toolbox is larger than that hammer. So it's a pretty little guy. And he just kind
I
of
had not
stands
heard
there
of
and just
this.
goes like this on it, and it just keeps getting stuck. It doesn't really destroy it. So he just looks pretty lame, dude. What does this mean about this charity, though? Is this like a fake signed guitar? They're auctioning off fake memorabilia? Or is Taylor Swift the crook and sold him a fake signed guitar? Like, where do we go?
I don't know, because if it's coming from the Taylor Swift's team saying we didn't sign that, it's like, well, then we didn't sell it to you.
Yeah, where the hell did they get this? I think people just say, "Hey, it's signed," and they just sell
yeah,
some
oh, I
random
have a
shit.
signed guitar from
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. I'll donate it for like 2 grand. They just made 2 grand because they signed it themselves. And then some idiot hammers it to death or partial death. Was that even considered a death? Like, is it, yeah, at least respectable in some way, or was it kind of still intact?
It was weak. I don't know what kind of claim he's
Oh
trying to
my
make.
God.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
God. All right.
4 grand.
4
Had he
grand.
just picked it up and smashed it one time on the floor, it would have been way more cool. For sure.
It would have.
There's one correct answer to that.
Yeah,
You
he
guys
should
were
have
totally
practiced.
right. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Facts.
So what's the most expensive stupid buy you've had?
I paid $150 for blue light glasses.
You're not
But
happy with
like,
those?
they're
What do you
not.
use them?
They're no prescription.
Oh.
So they're like sunglasses for your
Like
computer.
I
That's
have
funny.
20/20. Like I'm fine. And I really was obsessed with these specific frames. I can't even say that I purchased them because I asked for them to be gifted to me by my family.
Oh.
But that's the dumbest thing I've ever asked for, probably.
Hmm.
I
I,
s- I spent like
You know what's
$200 on a light system one time that it was just stupid. You know the ones that turn different colors and stuff?
Like LED lights?
Yeah, like they're nice because they last forever, but I don't ever use the red and the pink colors and stuff. It's just kind of
Yeah,
stupid.
that's
Like I was excited
nobody
to
cares about the rainbow. You're right.
Nobody gives a shit. I was really pumped to come and like program my house to do different stuff and like sexy time, boo, turn the lights and do this and have different vibes. I just never did it. It's like why did I buy this?
I remember there was a time when I was buying a lot of shoes, and I remember buying like these Nikes that look like dressing shoes, but they're Nikes, and I was like, dude, I can wear these, and these are Nike, and they look like fucking like kind of formal wear. I think that was the stupidest buy I had, and it was like about like $140 for that.
Do you still have them?
No, I fucking got rid of them.
Did you wear them to a formal event to like try it?
I don't know what I did with them. I remember buying them thinking I would do it, and I didn't like them at all.
Aw.
Man.
I had a similar experience with a pair of shoes that I bought that I was like, oh, it's multi-purpose. I can wear it on a regular day or a fancy day. But now it fits neither.
That's how it goes.
I got one more news story before we wrap it up here.
Tell us.
Okay.
Can I take you to Florida? We like a good Florida story.
Is it a Florida man?
Florida man almost died
My fave.
while almost getting a lap dance from his housekeeper. This the story is one for the books. Florida man almost died while getting a lap dance from his housekeeper. The incident happened in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area, and a woman by the name of Sincere Sammy took to her TikTok to recap us one of the most traumatic experiences. She's a topless maid who makes up to $300 an hour cleaning homes. I'm sure she has all type of clients, but one of her favorite clients almost died on her. Sammy says that after cleaning his home, she was paid extra to give him a lap dance. Sammy, who is also popular on TikTok, always keeps up with that. I mean, she always does. Okay, I don't want this, but essentially, she almost fucking kills him with the lap dance.
I'm assuming here, paraphrasing, he gets so excited that he may or may not die.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting like a fucking opinion piece. I'm here for the news, guys. The part that really got me is the fact that his next door neighbor was a secret lover. I'm glad the gentleman's life was saved and that Sammy still made her money. So, essentially, gave him a lap dance. Dude has a fucking heart attack and almost
But
dies.
wait. She was a topless
Mm-hmm.
housekeeper,
Yeah.
but the lap dance is what sent him over
It's a
the
little
edge.
extra. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had a lap dance?
I mean,
'Cause it's
no, I
different
think
from
we
seeing
we
someone
hit
just
we did
topless
hit
walking
this
around.
once upon a time. You're right. We hit sort of this topic where I was like, strip clubs aren't really for me. I don't really know what goes on in there, but like I know dudes really like it. So maybe I'm the one with the missing link here.
I think it's just like it's like it's hard to describe, but it's different than seeing the real thing. I mean, a lap dance is not that big a deal either. It depends, but it's a little more close contact for this guy. He's a 70-year-old. Maybe he was like amped up on something.
70 though, 70.
Maybe he just had a cup of coffee and then he had a lap dance and it was like just sent
He
him
was
over.
having an affair with the neighbor. Was that right?
I don't like
People are wild.
the fucking story. Like the website was, the link changed on me, so it was not bad. It wasn't even like news, but she almost kills him. Like I honestly, one of the best ways to go for 70 something. Dying as a
I think that's the coolest way to die, probably. Besides, like, jumping out of a plane or something, or I don't know. What's cooler than that?
Kind of iconic, actually, being, I don't know, is this weird? The person who delivers a life-ending lap dance.
I think so too.
Like, that's kind of empowering.
I mean, you can kind of bill yourself as like the world's most dangerous stripper.
Yeah, she could actually
That's
like
a
monetize
lot.
that.
You're right. Yeah.
If she had killed this man, her TikTok would have blown up. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
She could
I
leverage it.
accidentally.
She has 1 million followers though, so I'm almost positive that she got a little traction from this.
Well, I mean, here's the question then. Do you expect the topless maid to do just as good of a job as a maid that you would hire?
No.
No.
Is it all for show? Because like, if I need you to fucking, like get the grout out of the bathtub, I expect you to do it, topless or not. Am I paying you for that? Like, what is
Well,
the level of
The
service
grout
I'm
out?
paying for?
I don't think so. I think in the state of California, if you're paying for that, you're not getting a good grout cleaning. But I think if we're in Japan, I'm getting a good grout cleaning.
Well, they work the hardest in Japan no matter what they're doing. They come up to work every day with pride. I think
And they
here-
like a maid out. They like a good maid outfit.
Yeah,
They do.
we all do. I think they're just walking around dusting a little bit. Yeah, they might like sweep, but I don't think they're gonna like scrub out stuff. Yeah, they're not doing any
Not
like
here.
elbow grease stuff.
They're just going, ooh,
You have to
extra
pay really
clean."
extra for that. I think if you wanted
think
to
it-
actually clean, like you got to double it up probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
well,
for
like,
sure.
that's the like, because if you live in LA, you've probably seen that van somewhere in the valley where
Pink
it says
van.
topless maids,
Yeah.
and it's a pink van, and it says like 300. Like it doesn't. I don't even know if it has a price, but it's like, what's the level of service? Because like, the novelty is great. You're topless, sure, but if the intention is here to clean the place, like, what are we doing? I need to know like the level of service.
What can I expect? Yeah.
What
It
can I
must be
expect?
for the stay-at-home moms. They want to see the topless gals.
Hey, that's dope, dude. I think it's for everybody. I support that. I just think it's almost like with any of these services, you just don't know what you're gonna get, dude. And I would just never,
Pack.
If you're listening to the podcast, and isn't like, and if you've hired someone, I will give you $5 if you tell us the experience you had
tell us your story.
with a topless maid in the LA area. I would love to know, because I need to know how good of a job are they at clean, or is this all just like what it is? Because at that point, just go to a strip club.
I'm gonna send you one as a get well soon gift. That's what I'll do.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Now I kind of want to know. I'm like, what are these people doing? Do I need to do
That'd be
research on it?
That'd be sick, bro. Yeah, do it, dude.
Topless maids on wheels, dude. Like that's
family
not
will
like
love it.
easy.
I know. Well, I mean, hey, like if she like does like, she probably does a better job than me, even when I'm like fully body able. So like, I don't know. That's kind of a win.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
That
More
might
to
be a
come.
win.
More to come, you guys.
Well, hey guys, I think that's a good place to end. E, thanks for hanging out with us today. You're a special guest today. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Where can I
We'd love
find
to
you?
have you?
You can find me right here around the future, or you can find me at the Some Assembly Required pod on Instagram. We're taking a little break between seasons right now, but go back and give it a good listen, or come back and listen to your dudes here on To Live and Talk in LA. Always crushing it.
Oh,
That was great. What a pro.
well,
Should I
Victor,
tell them where they can find us?
Yeah, do it. That's part of the thing.
Is
Come
that
on.
do I do that now?
Hey, where do I find you, Vic?
Hey guys, we are To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live streaming every Wednesday at 7:30 on Twitch and YouTube. We're also on social media. Give us some love on TikTok and Instagram. And finally, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, podcast app, really wherever you get your podcast. Check us out, guys.
Fucking get it, guys, and get a topless maid.